Moving on from army crawling. This is a big question because army crawling is not crawling. And so this is where people start getting confused and you're being told there's 7 types of crawling. No, there's not. There's one, 4-point crawling. And so you're in army crawling and you're expecting the transition skills. You're expecting that weight transfer. You're expecting all these skills to happen. And now you're like, my baby's getting stuck. Yeah. Why are we stuck? We're stuck because we don't have weight transfer. We're stuck because we can't transition from one skill to the other. These are the foundations and why you're here. And this is what you're not getting from other places. Other places believe in, and you pose them, you just put them up on all fours like they're going to get it. So the breakdown in the communication of what was going on, she really didn't have a great rolling over or tummy time. They were delayed and they weren't wonderful, not to both sides. The grabbing the feet didn't happen. Sitting only happened in prop sitting. So the only way your child can get in and out of sitting is by pushing up through the floor. And that's where you're not getting the air. There's no way he can come to sitting from his back. And so now you're starting to see, oh, not so bad. And the milestones are starting to separate. When a child can't come up to sitting from their backs, right? They just roll over and then they start to army crawl. People are just excited to get the locomotion. I'm excited to get the quality, right? I want quality of movement, and quality of movement is all fours. So when you can come to sitting to your back, right, now that's when you can go into all fours. But the way he's sitting and not crossing midline, right, you're not seeing any of these kind of moves, because again, that's again why the crawl's not happening. If you're not doing this in sitting, you're not doing it when you're in all fours. That's the whole thing with baby movement. To me, sitting is like a baby being in front of the glass that they could just crawl up or be Spider-Man and crawl on the wall. The movements of crawling are in all positions. It happens really when they're going from tummy time to rolling over. And so that's why these little movements that people don't think it's a big deal, but if we're not getting the little movements, we're not going to get the big movements. So where you need to go is we need a better foundation. And I would go back into even my sitting in vision course to start working on that sitting in pelvis and then the all fours course. Because right now, again, you said your daughter did it, but I bet you she pulled to standing, and she's, reading is and writing are a little bit of a struggle for her. You know what I mean? She doesn't have the finesse like she could, or the concentration, because again, these gaps and milestones, they keep gapping or showing up in other places. So that's what you're going to go looking for. So if you think from sitting that he's going to just get in there, what he's doing, because again, he's not weight transferring from his bum to his knees. So he has to get far enough and then pull over on it. But that's where, again, I go so far, I don't want to fall on my face, and I'm going to just go down and go do army crawling. And that's where you're having the disparity, and that's where you need to work on. Thanks.